When I was growing up, I didn't always have the resources to do the things that I wanted to do. So I've always believed that the future is what you create. And so you can create anything that you don't see that currently exists within your world. My parents are entrepreneurs. I'm originally from Nigeria. My father grew up in the city. My mother grew up in the village of Nigeria, and they both came here and started their own business, which has flourished and has like kind of taught me that to be an entrepreneur means to basically like not be afraid to get your hands and your hands a little dirty and to kind of get in there and create the things that you want to see in your world. And so I started out freelancing, doing hair. In high school, earning money for myself. I was doing something that I enjoyed, but at the same time, earning income for myself. And I've just kind of been building up businesses ever since. And that was kind of my entryway into entrepreneurship. I've basically been able to like lend my skills and talents to other businesses. I've worked for companies such as Ford Motor. I worked for Discovery Communications, and also was a director of finance for a nonprofit. So I've basically been working and kind of investing my talents in business to other companies. I started also my own hair company, Divine Extensions, while I was freshly out of college, and that was like my first taste at like really outside of just freelancing, kind of creating something legit and, having the world embrace it. I love hair and beauty, and so it was kind of like a natural segue, but still allowed me to incorporate my business sense. And, it's been pretty cool. So I'm at a place now where I'm not afraid to take risk. And, with the FreeStyle app, it's an entrepreneurial venture that's more in the tech space. And so I don't have a background in technology, but I love hair and beauty. I also recognize that there's a need for what I feel my app answers, and so I'm all about like creating value. And I think that when you create a product that like has value, people will flock to it, and I want to use this app. So the FreeStyle app was created, so if you've ever stopped someone on the street to ask who did their hair, or reached out to your network for a recommendation on a stylist or a barber, then the FreeStyle app is for you. It was created with the Black community in mind because our hair is just so diverse. There's so many different textures, and when you add in the different styles, especially for Black women, there's a whole array of possible styles and stylists that are needed. And so it was created with the Black community in mind as a way for us to share pictures of our hairstyles, shout out the stylists and barbers that understand our hair and know how to make our hair dope, and allow our network an opportunity to connect with them. So it's basically your ability to get referrals for the services that you need from the faces that you know and trust. And so you're leveraging your network, your friends' recommendation, your friends' word of mouth in order to connect with the right hairstylist, barber, makeup artist, freelancer for you. But at the same time, it's kind of encouraging entrepreneurship for other up-and-coming artists, stylists, freelancers, because it allows them to list their services and grow their business through client referrals. And so it's not so much that they would have to market themselves, but their clients are marketing their business for them. And so, when you look good, you feel good, and you want to tell the world about it. And so I wanted to create a platform that would allow you to, give kudos to your favorite stylist, because there's a lot of people looking for them that don't know where to go. And so I wanted to kind of alleviate some of that, like that loss of confidence that comes with, not knowing where to go, or not connecting with the right stylist. There's people with the skill set that are looking for clients, and then their clients are looking for people with that same exact skill set. And so this platform kind of merges or matches the two with each other, and does so off of client referrals and their friends' word of mouth. I think that my product is completely different from anything that exists out there because, as I mentioned, I'm all about adding value. And so first and foremost, the FreeStyle app is entirely consumer driven. It's unlike any other booking app that may exist in the marketplace because it's not driven by stylists. It's more so driven by the individual users, because stylists are people too. And so you post your pictures, you shout out your stylist and your barber, and so that is what drives traffic to the stylist page. And so because it's consumer driven, I haven't seen anything out there. I haven't seen anything. I've seen, of course, like there's similar websites such as Yelp, review oriented. There's booking apps, but the FreeStyle app is cool because it merges the two in a social networking social type of way, and it builds trust because you're getting these referrals, these reviews, and seeing pictures from faces that are either your first connection or a connection based through a friend. So it's all network based. It's all you know, a little bit more of a trusted word of mouth platform for you. Yes, I've honestly, the community has really embraced me and my idea, and I'm extremely grateful, like, along the way, because, you know, like, as I mentioned, my background is in technology. I didn't always know what I was going to need until I needed it, and once I reached out or had conversations with people in passing, like, I was guided to so many different resources. I did a photo shoot to create the website and some of the design interface that you'll see within the app. And I had a lot of students just come out and volunteer and be a part of that shoot, which was great and amazing because they are a part of my target audience. And then I also, you know, when I needed help with the actual website, I was able to connect with some freelance web designers. I've just really been able to connect with up and coming artists in their respective crafts. I think that's a demonstration or an example of working sideways. You know, we're all trying to elevate our craft, and so I've been able to kind of partner with people in that space. So between students helping with the photo shoots, web developers helping me create a website, and then of course building my team of developers that are coding and putting together the awesome app that I have now. And then also I've been able to take the group of people that I've met along the way and create a focus group to help me kind of just, you know, bounce ideas, think of things that I may not have thought of because I'm so far into the weeds of it. And it's been really helpful because, you know, you can think that users are going to want a particular feature, and then, you know, it may not be as important to them as just making sure that this calendar works or this like simple feature works. And so that's been really helpful along the way. Don't be afraid to just step out there, put yourself out there. There are so many ideas, as I mentioned before, that just don't even see the light of day. I have been that girl or that person at a point in time where I thought something cool, and then, you know, next thing you know, we've all said it, where we've been like, oh, I should have thought of that, or like I had an idea similar to that, but you didn't necessarily move forward with it. And so my advice is always to put yourself out there. You just never know. Like, there's so many people in this world. Someone's bound to connect with you and your idea. And I think that don't try to conquer the world. Just worry about like conquering, you know, the space within your reach, and, you know, the people that your tribe will naturally emerge. I think that that's something I've had to learn too, is that, like, you know, if you're speaking to so many people or you don't have a clear idea of who your target audience is, it's hard, and you kind of get lost and you don't end up speaking to anyone. But when you just kind of stay true to yourself and to your vision and to, you know, why it is that you started on your journey, then eventually it's this tribe emerges, and it's like now they're able to help speak for you too, and it's like you reach more, or you catch more fish, you know, that way than kind of hiding or being a little bit too vague or broad with your reach. So definitely go forward. Also, I would say to get a mentor. Mentors, I do believe in. As I mentioned before, I work with a SCORE mentor who's been really, really helpful. He's helped with some business decisions that I had to make. I think getting a mentor is amazing. I think also just like networking sideways, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, there's a lot of financial resources that you may or may not have. And I think when you're first starting out, any way that you can kind of like, you know, barter or, you know, work collaboratively with someone is great for you and them. I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everyone. And, you know, you may be surprised how many people are willing to like just work with you off of the strength of collaboration and what it can do for you both. And it's fun. So and have fun with it.